If you thought our current teams were crazy, just wait until you see this. We absolutely need to talk about what's coming next in Wuthering Waves, because it is going to blow your mind and completely change how we think about our accounts. All right, let's break this down together. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's talk about why the upcoming patches are about to break the internet. But before we jump into the rest of the events, a quick word from today's sponsor. Lootbar.gg is a site that gives you big discounts on your in-game purchases. Let's take Wuthering Waves as an example. You can actually see the price difference right away when you compare. The process is super simple. Pick the pack you want, click Top Up, choose your payment method, and that's it. Your rewards show up right on your account. And don't worry, your login info is completely cleared after the transaction, so it's safe. New users can get up to 21% off plus additional discount coupons from the link in the description. And yes, first-time top-up bonuses are available as well. Okay, picture this. You're saving up your astrites, planning out your polls for the next few months, and suddenly, Kuro Games drops an absolute nuke on the community. According to some incredibly early information that just surfaced, the version, Sandance Seed Update, is bringing a full-blown cyberpunk collaboration. Now, I know we have the Sending Send update dropping literally this week, but hear me out. Version Sentence is already feeling less like a standard patch and way more like a massive second-year anniversary celebration. The sheer volume of content we are supposedly getting is off the charts, and the stars of this collab, we are getting both Lucy and Rebecca. If these early details are accurate, this could easily go down as one of the most generous and massive collaboration events we've seen in the gacha space in a very long time. So how is this actually going to work? This is where it gets incredibly spicy. We now have information pointing toward a special pulling milestone event happening right alongside the collaboration. Instead of just tossing your premium currency into the void and praying to the RNG gods, the game might actually reward you just for hitting certain summon thresholds during the Sandian Sid update. We actually have a rough visual structure of how this is expected to pan out. Here is the breakdown of how your pulls could literally pay you back. At 0 pulls, you get some basic introductory rewards just for showing up to the event. At Wizard's pulls, the reward tier goes up, though the exact items aren't fully confirmed yet. You get a free copy of both Lucy and Rebecca. At Sandbake pulls, you get another completely free copy of both Lucy and Rebecca. A lot of people are rightfully asking how feasible this actually is for the average player, but if you've been hoarding your resources or you already have a massive stash of pulls saved up, this system is going to inject an insane amount of value into your account. What makes this even wilder is that early rumors were already suggesting Rebecca might be given out for free just for playing the event. But with this milestone system, you aren't just getting a base copy, you are getting multiple duplicates of both her and Lucy entirely for free just by summoning. This brings us to the million-dollar question: what actually counts toward this milestone? There are two main ways Kuro could handle this, and both have massive implications for how we play the game. The absolute best case scenario is that literally every single summon you make during the entire Sandy and Sis patch counts toward that Urbic Door Sambic milestone. Want to pull for the highly anticipated new character, Lucilla? That counts. Planning to dump your savings into the expected Cartifia rerun happening in the patch's second phase? That counts. Need to secure those juicy signature weapons? Yep, those count too. It means if they go this route, throwing everything you have at the standard, Sanet Cest banner simultaneously feeds into the collab event, showering you with free copies of Lucy and Rebecca as a bonus. If you are already planning a heavy summoning session, the entire update becomes insanely rewarding. The second, and honestly more realistic possibility, is that only the pulls you do specifically on the Cyberpunk collaboration banners will count toward the milestone. Because it's a massive crossover event, there is a very high chance the collab gets treated as a completely separate ecosystem from the standard patch cycle. We might see an entirely unique banner format, completely separate pity systems, or even special collab-only summon tickets. Plus, there's always the chance this event runs longer than the standard duration of the Standances patch itself. But hear me out. Even if you only get credit for pulling on the collab banner, this is still a massive win. It drastically cuts down the overall cost if you are trying to max out these characters' resonance chains. You might be asking, why do I need all these extra copies anyway? This totally flips how we usually build our teams. In Wuthering Waves, getting duplicates of a character unlocks nodes that fundamentally change how they play. Instead of just doing a bit more damage, a highly invested character basically does the job of two characters at once, a concept we call role compression. Suddenly, your main damage dealer is also buffing the team, or your support is outputting crazy burst damage. The damage ceiling just goes completely through the roof. These extra free copies turn Lucy and Rebecca from cool crossover units into the ultimate Swiss Army knives for your account. They become your new best friends for clearing the hardest endgame content. Furthermore, collaboration characters in gacha games are the ultimate wild cards. Once this event ends, whether that's at the end of Sandians 4, whenever the special duration wraps up, there is a very real chance Lucy and Rebecca will never come back to the game. Having a system that hands out extra copies ensures that these incredibly rare, limited time characters actually have the raw stats and upgrades to stay relevant and powerful in the meta for a very long time. Now, before we get too lost in the hype sauce, you should know that nothing is EBET% officially confirmed yet. This is super early information, and game developers can always change the numbers or the mechanics right before release. But there is a massive historical reason why veteran players believe this leak is totally legitimate. Kuro Games actually pulled off this exact same stunt in their previous game, Punishing Grey Raven. During the legendary Devil May Cry collaboration in PGR last year, players were treated to a very similar pulling milestone. The structure was slightly different. You would basically summon one copy of a character, and the game would just give you another one for free, maxing out at 2 additional copies. And right now, the prevailing theory in the community is that Kuro is bringing that exact same player-first philosophy over to Wuthering Waves. Whether it looks exactly like the leaked Urbitand Sembek milestone structure we discussed, or it mirrors the old PGR system, it points to one thing: we are about to get hooked up. This is going to be so much fun. I know new players are going to be flocking to the game just for the cyberpunk aesthetic. But with all the amazing units running around the same time, like Lucilla, the Cartifia rerun, their weapons, and the collab itself, we are going to be absolutely swimming in choices. Yep, so I turn it over to you guys. Who are you planning to pair Lucy and Rebecca with? Do you think the milestone event should count every single pull we do in, or make sense to keep it locked to just the collab banners? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your team ideas and theories.